Test 1 2. Pat Porter. Test 1 2. Behind the scenes. I don't know if we're on the air, off the air.
We're on the air.
Is it recording?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Good
What
to
a
go.
mess. What a mess.
Hey, we just started. We haven't messed anything up yet. What are you talking about?
Infamous Jay Moore here. Infamous Jay Moore Show with Pat Porter. It's Saturday afternoon. Live in the city here, Pat Porter on 460Q, and happy to have you with us. And
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be anywhere.
Well, you know what? It sounds like you are a little drowsy this morning.
No.
You can't get anything working, and I know why.
Why?
Because you're at the boxing event yesterday with all your buddies in the boxing ring and having a good time at the Marion Community Center.
Yeah, I was having a great time. All my buddies, of course. You were there too.
Yes, of
course.
course.
You sat. You had a table pretty well to yourself. You sat there eating pizza.
Yeah, I loved it. It was a great time at the Marion Community Center. I always love the boxing, and of course, it was good to see Bruce Beanpole.
Bruce Greenlaw.
And
he gave you a dirty look last night when you walked in.
As well as Joe Corrigan. He almost escorted me out. But it was one of the greatest part of the boxing last night, Pat Porter. It was amazing. I don't even think you realized.
What?
Where the crowd booed you out of the building because you did something very silly last night.
I don't remember being booed out of the building. Maybe they were doing that for you. You were walking in front of me.
No. 50-50 draw came up. The winner over $600 in money. For the
$620.
And the winner brought up a photograph of a ticket that he said his girlfriend left the building, and she sent him a text message with the picture of the winning ticket on the phone, and you accepted that as a winner.
Nobody else came up with the winning ticket.
That is stupid. No, you got to be there in person if you want to win the money. You can't be going home.
It was the guy's. It was the girlfriend's boyfriend.
And one of your door prizes went to the actual sponsor that donated the door prizes. So this is all a work. This is all a work.
Well, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
Everybody buys their ticket and puts it in the hopper.
You are so crooked, Pat Porter.
Come on. We had a great time there last night.
Yes, and the main event was amazing.
You didn't even talk about what it's called. McGibbon Gloves, the 28th annual Fight for the Kids show yesterday.
Yeah.
That was at, of course, the Merton Community Center where we go all the time for boxing and for wrestling and for whatever we have.
Yeah.
Dylan Mason-Hill was there. His father was boxing as well.
Yes.
So, a lot of good stuff. Pat Ryan was in there boxing. He's a dad with 14 kids, and several are boxers as well.
A couple of those guys, I don't know who they are, but I mean, a couple of those guys got beat up good. There was a couple black guys. There was some blood. There was the main event was amazing. Blew the roof off the Marion Community Center. And the 50-50.
Boy, they jam a lot of people in there. It's amazing. They sell out the tables like a few days ahead of time.
Yep.
Standing room only. People come in, they line the outside of the community center.
Yeah. Good time.
Just jump up and down and cheer, and wow, it's amazing. A lot of fun.
Merton loves Friday night boxing at the Marion Community Center, and so do I, Pat Porter.
Thanks to Joe Corrigan, of course, and to Bruce Greenlaw.
Yeah, Greenlaw.
Coach Bruce Greenlaw.
Well, that's what I said.
Sugar Ray was in there as well.
Not Sugar Ray Leonard.
No, not Sugar.
No.
Ray. I forget his last name right now. I got it written down here somewhere.
Yes, and of course, special shout outs. And I know you were going to say this, but I'm going to beat you to it.
Right, yeah.
To Pizza Jerry.
Pizza Jerry.
Yes.
He got in the ring. Yeah,
yes.
he got in the ring because he made a big donation.
Of course.
Plus, he provided all the pizza for the event as well. So what he got in there, I said, Pizza Jerry.
That's right, yes.
And the crowd just roared. They love him.
We all love Pizza Jerry.
We do, yeah.
Yes. Great night, and I hope to be back at the Marion Community Center soon.
Well, if you behave yourself, they might invite you back again.
Yeah, well, Joe Corrigan is not too happy with me. I can tell it.
He gave you a funny look, too, didn't he?
He said, go with your friend Pat Porter. He's sitting over at that table.
Yeah.
Don't bother me. Don't talk to me. Don't look at me. I was like, okay.
He was pretty good to me. I had a good time.
Oh, yeah. They love you in there.
Well,
yeah,
they should.
But I was the one that made you a star of the Marion Community Center. Let's face it.
You?
Yeah, me. Me.
It was years ago when there was another fight promoter, a wrestling promoter.
Yeah, Mr. CL, as you called him last week.
Yeah,
yes.
and I was doing the MC work, and of course, for Chuck LaFleur, who bowed out a little before that.
Yeah.
So I decided, well, I'll try it out.
Yeah.
And then you came out, and here we go.
Yeah. It all took off from there, Pat Porter. Yeah.
So what do you want to tell us about the Tea Party?
Today, in this hour, Pat Porter, we're playing Tea Party music. We're playing I, Mother Earth music and appreciation for a few shows coming up that I think would be interesting to the fans and the audience here that listen to 460Q, because there's a lot of people in the Niagara area that love I, Mother Earth, and they love Tea Party. So, listen, there's some dates coming up.
Yeah.
Saturday, October 28th at Tea Party.
That's next week.
Yep, Pickering Casino. for the listeners in Pickering. On the 29th, Tea Party and I Mother Earth, a 16-plus event at the First Ontario Concert Hall in Hamilton. Also, Tea Party and I Mother Earth, a 19-plus show at the London Music Hall. And then, Pat Porter, check this out, November 4th, they already sold out the concert hall in Toronto with Tea Party and I Mother Earth, but the Tea Party have added another date at that venue for November 5th, the following day.
Wow.
19-plus event, you can see Tea Party, and all those tickets go to the Tea Party Tour tickets.com.
You get a little cup of tea when you go in there too.
You may get that, Pat Porter, and that's what we got planned today. We're playing Tea Party and I Mother Earth, and plus Pat Porter later on in the show.
What?
Olympic strongman and professional wrestler Ken Patera.
Now, he's a well-known commodity.
Yes.
You finally booked somebody that people can relate to.
Yes, Weight of the World, the new book, available on kenpatera.com or on Amazon, anywhere you get books. Yes, Ken Patera. It's going to be great. It's
Get your plug in there. How much you charging for that plug?
Yeah,
You want to hear a song?
Yes.
Tea Party, Temptation. Right now, let's get it playing here. There we go. There we go. We got it on the air. 4680 Q. All right, there you go. Tea Party and Temptation. We got that on the show today. Jay told you about where they're appearing. We got lots more on the show here today at 4680Q, the infamous Jay Moore Show.
Yes.
With me, Pat Porter.
Let's stop everything, Pat Porter. Let's stop everything because I have done something great for your radio program and my radio program. Never before have we had an Olympic weightlifting champion, gold medalist, pro wrestler, the size of this man right here, the Olympic strongman Ken Patera. How you doing?
Hello, Ken.
Good yourself. That's quite an introduction. Thank you.
Yes. Well, I'm excited. I'm totally excited, as you know, because the great Ken Patera, Pat Porter. This is a man that influenced me in even getting involved in pro wrestling myself down here in Ontario. But Ken Patera, you were the man when I was a young child, looking good, lifting cars, Pat Porter. You can go on YouTube. This man lifted cars. He was in the Olympics. This is a man's man here, yeah. Ken Patera.
I know. I go back a ways, a little longer than you do, and I know it was exploits back in the earlier days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good. But so you guys are from Ontario?
Yeah, we're from Ontario, and where I seen you live here was old school Toronto Maple Leaf Gardens. Frank Tunney, Jack Tunney promotions. When they used to yell, they used to yell Ken Potato as the fans. They used to call you Ken Potato.
Well, that's better than some of the things I've been called, I guess.
Yes. No. Listen, much respect to you, Ken, because I find what's fascinating when you watch wrestling like nowadays, like if you look at your old pictures, where you were, like I said on YouTube, the world's strongest man, like lifting cars and everything, the body, the look, and the beautiful outfit you had with the pants and the ring attire that you had out there, looking good for the camera. Like that is something that still holds up today compared to like all this production and what you see today. Like you have to be a man's man, and it just makes me happy to talk to somebody like you. Like, what drives your spark as a young man? Where did you come from? Like, you got into the Olympics, you were in all these athletic sports, and gotten into pro wrestling at the highest level.
Yeah, well, when I was 17 years old, I had just graduated from high school.
Yeah.
And there was a gym. A neighborhood gym just up the street from where I grew up. It was called La Prince's Gym.
Okay.
And that's where all the wrestlers would train.
Yeah.
And I had watched wrestling a little bit on TV.
Yeah.
But my main interest then was weightlifting.
Right.
And a couple of the wrestlers happened to be Olympic weightlifters.
Yeah.
Weightlifters, And one of them, Herb Freeman, taught me how to do the Olympic lifts.
Oh, wow. And you did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what drives you all the way to the Olympics to do this?
I can hardly hear you. Is our connection bad or?
I don't know. Can you hear me now, Ken Patera?
The volume.
The volume. Pat Porter.
Yeah, I'm cranking up the volume on your voice, Jay. It's pretty.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Ken?
Just a minute. Maybe it's my phone. Hold on.
Okay.
Just a minute.
All right. The great Ken Patera. New book out, Pat Porter. I'm going to talk about that.
I think it's my problem here. Hold on.
Okay. Anyways, Ken Patera is the author of a new book.
There you go. I think we're back on.
Are we back on, Ken Patera? Yes. Can you hear me? Everything's good?
Yeah, it's a low volume, but I got my volume all the way up.
Okay. Well, I just hope that you can hear me because I don't want to lose an Olympic gold medalist. I'm the world's strongest man. No. Hello?
Yeah. So what would you like to talk to me about today?
It's just some of the highlights that I remember you on. Maybe you got some stories. I first remember you teaming with Big John Studd, managed by Bobby Heenan. The old school days, I think you were taping in Allenburg, were you not, as a pro wrestler? Reflect on those days and some of the stories that may be in your book that you want to talk about, Way to the World.
Yeah, well, after 40 years in the business, almost 50 years,
yeah,
I had so many requests from friends and just associates and family members, and are you ever going to write a book about yourself? I says, well, I said, there's been a couple books written about me by, from friends and whatnot,
Yeah.
but they were about weightlifting.
Mm-hmm.
And so I decided to sit down, and I hired a guy to write it for me.
Yeah.
And after I would give him all the information and everything, I talked to this guy every Wednesday for a year and a half.
Oh, wow.
About a year, hour and a half.
Yeah, telling stories for the
And
book.
once, we must really have a bad connection. My volume's all the way up, and I can barely hear you.
Okay. You can't hear me, Ken?
If you turn the volume up.
Well, I'm trying to get the volume up, Pat Porter. Am I in the right microphone?
Don't blame me.
Is this the right
you're
microphone?
fine. That's your microphone
Okay.
there. Your level is pretty good. Can't get the volume up anymore on your phone call, so you have to put it to your ear a little closer, Ken. Maybe that'll help.
Yeah, well, I can't put it any closer. I damn near have this phone stuck up my ass right now.
Well, sometimes that'll work. You never know. Give it a try.
Yeah. Yeah, the vibration, good vibration.
Yeah. Well, we'll keep it tight then, Ken. Like, basically, we'll get to the Weight of the World, the book, which I was talking about. It's got your stories. Wrestling Andre the Giant 600 times. I don't know anybody that has done that. Like, it's interesting that you came from these experiences of the 80s wrestling era when kind of you guys paved the road for building the business, absolutely, to what it is today.
Yeah, well, I started in 1973, January of 73.
Yeah.
Officially. And the training camp I went through had Jumpin' Jim Brunzell and Greg Gagne.
Yeah, Iron Sheik.
The Iron Sheik.
Ric Flair.
Ric Flair and I were living together. We had a house.
Oh, yeah.
That were renting out. We had a couple roommates, and so Rick would ask me every day for over a year to talk to Vern Gagne about getting him into the wrestling camp. I said, Rick, I'm still training for the Olympic Games.
Right.
We don't have a training camp yet.
Yeah.
And so a year and a half, maybe even 2 years later, I took Rick down to the wrestling office, introduced him to Vern Gagne, and
oh, nice.
we got him situated, and we were on the road.
So you were living you were living with Ric Flair before he was even in wrestling. So you knew him from before.
Yeah, for 2 years.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. So really you're responsible for getting him in.
I had moved from Portland, Oregon back to Minneapolis.
Yeah.
And my oldest brother, Jack, he was defensive line coach for the Minnesota Vikings.
Oh, wow.
And he knew Vern Gagne fairly well, and so he called Vern and got an appointment set up, and then a month or two later, I had bumped into Rick. Rick grew up here in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
And so he was living at home. He was 21 years old. Of course, I was out on my own. I was 25. How old was I? 26.
Oh, wow. Young Ken
I was
Patera,
26 at the time. But I've trained for the Pan American Games, World Championships, Olympic Games, the whole 9 yards. So my career in weightlifting was just peaking.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So I still had my eye on professional wrestling for when I retired from weightlifting.
Yeah. Was it hard to transition from the weightlifting and the athletics into wrestling? Because what I hear of Vern Gagne's camp was it was tough to go through. Is that true?
Yeah, it was. It was a tough camp.
Yeah.
I weighed about 320.
Yeah, wow.
And Rick weighed about 290. And of course, professional wrestling, you do a lot of cardio. A lot of running.
Yeah.
A lot of calisthenics and whatnot. And so the guys that we were in camp with, they were all pretty lean.
Yeah.
Compared to us, we were the beef.
yeah, you were the muscle, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and so, we got through, those camps are like 5 and 6 hours long every day.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, they weren't like an hour and a half, 2 hour training camps.
No, this is the real deal. Yeah.
At the end, we'd go run a mile.
After the training.
Yeah, but prior to that, then we'd do 500 Hindu squats and all kinds of calisthenics, and so I mean I started camp at 320. When camp finished 8 weeks later, I was 280.
Oh wow, you dropped all that weight, yeah.
40 pounds. Yeah.
I wasn't trying to lose weight.
No, you were working, but it's a huge difference. Like today, you don't see that. Like everybody that in that camp that you're talking about has made it in pro wrestling. You're talking about Jim Brunzell, the Garnias. You're talking about Iron Sheik. Like you were talking about, all these men have made it. Like he made stars, Vern Gagne.
Yeah, we're all main eventers.
Yeah, and we're all main eventers, every one of you. Yeah, that is great. What was it like teaming with John Studd? Because it was my favorite tag team, but I hear stories that Andre didn't really like him and things like that. Were you okay with that? Because I thought it was a great tag team.
I can barely hear you.
You can barely hear me still?
Yeah, we just got a bad connection, I guess.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because everything's working on all right. I don't know.
Volume.
Yeah.
But what was that about the tag team now?
It was one of my favorite tag teams growing up, Ken Patera and Big John Studd, and I was just curious as how John Studd was to work with, because I've heard stories that maybe Andre didn't really like him, and I don't know, is he a problem? Because I thought it was a great tag team. Well,
that was... I had tagged with John. We had the Mid-Atlantic Tag Team Championships a couple years before that.
Yeah.
And we held those, I don't know, for a while.
Yeah.
And then I was tag team partners with Jerry Blackwell.
Oh, wow.
Off and on, but my main thing was single matches. That's how I wound up wrestling Andre 600 times.
Yeah, 600 times.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. People say, "Well, that's impossible."
No.
I said, "Well, Andre added everything up. Between the tag teams."
For sure.
And the 4-man or 6-man tags, 8-man tags, battle royals, because we were always the last two in the ring and during the battle royal season.
Yeah.
And then individually, I probably wrestled him 400 times in single matches, and then the last 200 would have been battle royals and tag team matches.
Well, that's amazing. That's when you're on the road every day of the week, twice on Saturday, twice on Sunday, doing shows. It adds up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We're wrestling probably 330 days a year on average.
Yeah.
Back in those days. Yeah.
What was your highlight, Ken? Do you have one? Do you have a favorite moment? I know it sounds corny, but I'm curious as to what your highlight of your career, in your opinion, is.
Well, everybody asks me that.
Really?
After 6,000 matches,
yeah,
20-some years on the road, it's pretty hard to pick any.
Yeah. Well,
anyone out.
Yeah, I guess it just flows in like you're working literally all the top guys on the road. The way business used to be in the old days, it was just very fascinating to me. It's such a change. Do you follow anything today? Probably not. I would guess. Would you?
No,
Yeah.
no, I don't. Well, the guy that broke Brock Lesnar in,
Oh yeah.
he's a good friend of mine. His name Brad Reagan.
Oh right. Yes. Of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Brad wrestled. Oh God, he wrestled for about 15, maybe 20 years.
Yeah.
But he was a hell of an amateur.
Yeah.
I just talked to Brad about a week ago.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
And go ahead.
No, I was just thinking. Brad Reagan's. In my mind, was he also an Olympic wrestler or something? I don't really recall.
Yeah, well, he was on the Olympic team in 1980,
Right.
but then the United States canceled because of Jimmy Carter was president,
Yeah.
and he didn't like the way Russia was treating people in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
And nobody could really figure out what the fuck did that have have to do with the United States Olympic team.
Yeah. What does it have to do?
Yeah. So anyway, Carter boycotted the 1980 Olympics, and Brad wasn't able to compete. Brad would have won the gold medal.
Really? Yeah.
Oh yeah, because he was two-time world champion. The 2 years prior to the Olympics, he won world wrestling championships.
Yeah.
And so he, it would have been the same competitors in the Olympics. So, he was odds-on favorite to walk away with the gold medal.
Wow. Yeah.
But
Brad Reagan's.
because of the boycott, that didn't happen.
Yeah. Well, it's such a circle of people. It's very star-studded. What was it like working for Vince in a way? Because you would have known him when he was young. Young. Like it's just kind of different than the way he is now.
Yeah, Vince is a year younger than I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I have a birthday in 2 weeks. I'll be 80.
Yes. Happy birthday, Ken Patera. Yes.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. So we have a big party planned. I have some friends of mine. They always have a big party for me.
Yeah.
And since this is my 80th birthday, last year, Jimmy Brunzell showed up. Jesse Ventura showed up.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Nice.
we had about 25 people. I guess that's more than enough.
Yeah, we just had Jesse down here for a convention last year. It was great to see Jesse. I'm assuming that, and you guys are Minnesota boys too.
Yeah. Well, I grew up in Portland, Oregon. But,
Right.
I've lived here off and on for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So So Jimmy Brunzell, he was born and raised here. Same with Jesse Ventura.
Yeah.
He grew up here in Minnesota. So
yeah, it was quite a crew that came out of Minnesota.
At one time, I think probably a third of the main eventers in pro wrestling around the country were born and raised in Minnesota.
Absolutely, because you also had Rick Rude, you also had Kurt Hennig, you also had the Road Warriors, just the top of my head that I know of.
Yeah, John Nord. Then Norton. Oh God, there's just a ton of guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking to Olympic strongman Ken Patera. The book is Weight of the World. Ken, do you you go into detail about can we talk about the Mr. Saito incident or not?
No.
Okay.
We don't have enough time.
Okay.
I think we're already at the time allotment that you said that we're going to be.
Absolutely, Ken Patera.
said that you needed me for an hour, I would have prepared.
No, this is perfect. I stretched it out to enough time. This has been great. Ken Patera, the book is Way to the World, and you can pick it up at kenpatera.com, can you not?
Yeah.
And you autograph it.
The best way, and then just put a request there for me to autograph if you want me to autograph the book.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You're right.
Ken Patera.
We've had great success so far, so I'm really happy with the results, and I'm happy that I wrote the damn thing.
I am too. I'm happy with the results, and I'm glad the book is doing well, and I suggest everybody go to kenpatera.com to pick that up because it's a great read while it's getting into the colder months, and it's fascinating to read about the life of Ken Patera, and I appreciate, Ken, you coming on the air with us, and all the best to you, my man.
Well, we can do a 2-part series if you'd like, and we'll get this audio fixed.
I would love to.
Because
Yeah.
I can hardly hear you.
Okay.
To tell you the truth.
Okay. We'll come back with Ken Patera at a future date, and we'll do it all over again. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Ken. You have a great weekend. What's left of it?
You bet. Now, see, when you come on, I can hear.
Oh, no kidding. Okay. Well.
Maybe it's my microphone. I don't know what's going on.
Somewhere.
We'll fix Jay Moore. We'll find out what his problem is.
You know what? They're screwing me here, Ken. That's what they're doing. I bring in a big guest down here, and then they want to give me a bad microphone. It's a joke.
Are you guys in the same studio?
Yes, we are. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we're stuck with each other all the time, Ken.
It's Pat Porter screwing with me. That's all it is.
Yeah, Ken. Thanks for coming out with us, Ken. We're going to get you back here and talk some more.
Yeah, next time we'll go for 30 minutes.
Yeah, next time I'll ask the question so you can hear what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Ken. Appreciate it.
Okay, take care, Ken. All right. All right, there goes Ken Patera. Okay, infamous Jay Moore.
Yeah. What are you doing to me? What are you doing to me,
No,
Pat
everything's
Porter?
fine. I think Ken's he's going to be 80 in a little while, and he's probably got cauliflower ears. So maybe that's the problem.
That's it. Well, he can hear your mic and he can't hear my mic, so that just proves to me that you're screwing with me.
He wants to listen.
Every time I bring a guest in, you want to screw with me, and every time, Pat Porter, you don't give me enough time. Todd Gordon wants more time.
You had too much time.
Now Ken Patera wants more time.
Poor guy wanted to go.
He wants 30 minutes. You just heard him. He wants 30 minutes.
He had to go to the bathroom.
Todd Gordon wants 30 minutes as well.
Yeah, he wanted to go to the bathroom.
What a joke.
You're yakking away.
You won't let wrestling on the show. That's your problem. You don't like wrestling on the show.
Wrestle.
Yeah.
Last night we did boxing, a real sport.
Yeah, and look at the time we spent on boxing.
Well, there you go.
And all we talked about was a 50-50 draw. You would never let me talk about that.
All right.
I'm so ashamed. Apologies to Ken Patera.
You got anything else to say? Ken's gone. We hung up on him. He's gone.
Ken, if you're listening.
He's going to make lunch now. So
Ken, if you're listening, my sincere apologies. I get screwed around here at the radio station.
Well, you know why.
Wrestling. They don't like wrestling on the air. I want to put it through. Buy the book.
Because you talk too much.
Buy the book, Way to the World.
You never shut up. That's your problem.
KenPatera.com.
You take a 10-minute interview, you make a half an hour, and you're the only guy that does all the talking.
Talk about Pat Porter. I got lots to talk about. It's an Olympic gold athlete, for God's sakes.
Well, I can lift weights.
Yeah. Oh, you can lift weights. You can lift weights.
We got to talk about our partners and our sponsors. If you get off this wrestling, we'll get Ken Patera back here.
That's fine.
But next time we're going to get midget wrestling in, or female wrestling.
Did you have my mic, this mic on? And
you're
that mic?
fine. Your mic's fine. The guy's got wax in his ears.
Joke.
Yeah. He doesn't want to hear what you've got to say.
Let's go to the sponsors,
all right.
please.
Herndon Estate Winery, one of our great sponsors, of course. They do things all the time, all year long. We talk about all their events. We don't have a lot of time now because you screwed all the time away.
Plus, we got to play Tea Party and I, Mother Earth. I'm trying to do a tribute show.
We also, a little bit later on this afternoon, when we're done here, you and I are going up to the Regency Athletic Resort in Niagara Falls. We're going to go up there just off Mountain Road, off the Queen Elizabeth Way, and we're going to stop in and see Steve Grisbrook and Esther. Blues afternoon up there.
And hopefully Esther's not there because I don't want you following Esther around all over the bar.
She's going to be there. She's going to be there. What else have we got? Crystal Beach BIA, Crystal Ball Cafe.
Yeah,
that's going to be a great place to go. Not only in the summertime when you can swim.
Yeah, I love that they keep the party going even after beach season is over.
All the time. Yeah. And Joe White and Stage Light Productions, of course, putting on Abomania, he's got some other shows with, I think, Bruce Springsteen and Elvis coming up.
That's right.
All kinds of
Tribute
stuff.
shows, yes.
We got to mention real quickly, at the Tap and Crepes house tonight is going to be Blake Halliday. He's going to be there tonight.
Of course. It's going to be great to see Blake Halliday. I suggest everybody run down to
10 till 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, he puts on a great show and a good friend. And I haven't seen him in a while, but maybe I'll stroll into the Tap and Crepes tonight.
You'll stroll in there. Okay, well, eat a crepe, Go ahead. You need a sugar high,
Can't you just be nice?
You don't bounce around enough. You don't bounce around enough in here.
I don't think the sponsor appreciates you talking to me like that. That's what I think.
I don't care.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Well, why don't we play some music here?
All right.
Yeah, because we got other stuff to do in this hour. It's going to be a podcast in a couple of days.
Yes, I Mother Earth and the Tea Party tribute show.
So what do you want? I'll let you pick. You want I Mother Earth or you want Tea Party?
Let's do an I Mother Earth and we'll come back with Tea Party later on in the program.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we're running out of time because you don't give me any time.
Because you talk too much.
Ken Patera, shout outs. Thank you for the
poor guy wanted to take a break, and you're asking him more stupid questions one after another.
Were they really stupid? Because it sounded like
they were actually good.
Yeah.
He just couldn't hear you, so he was trying to answer your stupid questions.
I love Ken Patera. Way to the world, KenPatera.com. That's the book. Go get it.
Okay. Well, let's get to I Mother Earth on here. This is another Sunday. Some music. 4680 Q.
Sunday, always hard to get to sleep in. Weird noises are implying threats on cold sheets of sweat. On any other day, it's all rest and flowers and a long night of nothing. In the morning, some coffee. 'Cause when the sun goes down, you close your eyes and think that you might wake in the same place.
All right, another Sunday. I'm Mother Earth here on the whoops. I'm killing my own microphone here.
Yeah, you killed mine earlier.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Thanks
Yours should be off.
Thanks
You
for
got
ruining my
nothing to
interview.
say?
Ruining my interview with Ken Patera.
Yeah, I'm not going to buy you anything today. I was going to buy you a hamburger, but I'm not going to buy you anything.
Of course you're not going to buy me. Why would I
Nothing.
expect you to buy me anything? You don't do anything for me. Pat Porter, you're a
I
joke.
bought you a pop last
You're a
night. I
joke.
bought you a soft drink at the boxing match.
Yeah,
What else do you want?
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, well,
A soft drink.
you know, somebody just called in.
Why don't you buy me a beer?
Why don't you just can it for a minute and get that potato out and shove it down your throat?
Wow.
So give me a break so
Wow.
that I can actually talk to somebody. Caller just called in on the air here. So, okay, go. Sorry, caller.
Hello?
Sorry, you
Hello?
got to put up with this stuff. Hello. Yeah, you're on 4680Q. What's on your mind?
Yeah, first-time caller, long-time listener. I used to be, this tall, and I remember as a kid, my parents, whatever we were doing, playing outside, doing homework, we used to stop, and so my parents could bring us by the radio and listen to the infamous Jay Moore show.
Oh,
So,
that's great.
He
Big
didn't have a show back then. It was me.
are you saying my childhood was a lie?
No,
Is that what you're saying, Pat Porter?
it was at Pat Porter's show. He was merely a guest on my show.
Listen, I don't know about this Pat Porter guy. I heard actually something that he puts slips in his shoes so he appears over 6 foot, and he's actually 5'11".
Is that what you're doing, Pat? You're lying to the audience. You're a liar.
I comb my hair.
I did have one thing, just I don't know if you want to call it a bone to pick.
You got a
because,
bone, eh? Yeah, okay. What?
a vegan bone,
Oh.
because I don't know who you're talking to. I'll get.
I
to
don't
that,
know
but
who you are. What's your name? Okay.
I mean, you had a wrestling legend on, Ken
Yeah,
Patera,
yeah.
right?
So-
you're
so-
promoting two great Canadian bands, I Mother Earth and Tea
so
Party.
what's your claim
and just
to fame?
A little insulted you didn't feel the need to give a call to the greatest vegan that's ever lived, the Hip Star.
Oh,
Thank
the
you very
hip
much.
star, Zach Atticus. That's who this is, Pat Porter.
Uh-huh.
This
You
is
know
a
the guy.
surprise.
All right,
Yes.
It's a setup.
Yes, this is not a setup. This is legendary. Yes, I apologize. Of course I'm not allowed to talk about wrestling. Pat Porter had my mic off the entire time I tried to do an interview with Ken Patera because he
He's
doesn't
boycotting you, man,
He's
the entire
boycotting
time.
you. Yes, you are boycotting Pat Porter. We're exposing the radio legend for exactly who he is. For all these years that you're on terrestrial radio, nobody actually knew how Pat Porter actually is, and now they're on 4680Q. The callers are calling in and exposing you, Pat Porter, for who you actually are.
That's right. I have a hashtag on Twitter right now. It's not trending yet, but when it does, they're going to start calling out Pat Porter. They want to know his real height.
Yeah, I'm 5'10". I shrunk a little bit.
That's a lie.
I was
That's
over
a lie. That's a total lie. You put
With the
lips.
flips on, he's 5'10".
That's right.
I comb my hair in a bouffant. I got 5 hairs left on my head, and they go straight up in the air. It makes me taller.
Why don't you wear a toupee?
You
Pat
have
Porter?
no hair on your head. What are you talking about?
Hey,
Yeah.
did you hear, by the way, that I heard actually I Mother Earth, everybody in the band, they were all going to go to space, eh? Did you hear that?
No.
But they were short a guy. All they needed was one more astronaut.
Oh, nice one, Pat Porter. He
They
had
had a
no
little
idea what
trouble,
you're
though,
talking about.
remembering what day it is. To them, they think it's just another Sunday.
Just another Sunday. This is a great phone call, Pat Porter. This is the greatest radio show going. Much better than what you used to produce on terrestrial radio.
Oh, yeah. I read the weather. I play 1,800 commercials, and then the weather came on.
Yes.
And then-
Hipstar.ca. It's great to have the Hipstar listening to the program and calling in. It's a great surprise. Do you want to tell us about 1-800-NEED-A-GIMMICK? Because this is important to the audience as well.
Yeah, a lot of these wrestling legends, we help them. They need to make a quick buck. Right now, we're actually got 50% off Honky Tonk's old robe, and now all you have to pay is $789.99 right now, and all these used gimmicks go straight to the legends with a 10% holding fee between Jay and I.
Yes.
But 1-800-NEED-A-GIMMICK, the original 1-800-NEED-A-GIMMICK.com.
Yes.
It's. I think I'll have the website up and running just about next week.
Okay, so the website's not running yet, but we're getting there, Pat.
1-800-NEED-A website.
Oh, would you stop?
Oh, no, not jeez.
Would you stop it? We're trying to help out the wrestlers, okay?
All right.
All right.
So
I'm
Zach,
going to give a headlock takeover to Pat Porter.
yeah, so Zach, forget about Jay for a second. What did you like best about my show?
That's a great, excellent question there, Pat.
that
I
we
think
have no
about
answer.
Yeah, shut up, Jay.
when did you usually wrap it up? Around 4 o'clock?
Generally, yeah. It depended. Yeah, when I got tired, I put on a long song.
Yeah, whenever commercials played after your show, my favorite part.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Hipstar.ca. I can't wait till that website's up and running because...
The guy's faster than you. I think I need a new partner.
I think you do, too. You know, Hipstar was actually... I'm going to tell Pat Porter and let you in on a little something. Hipstar was actually trained by one of Pat Porter's good friends, Chuck the Butcher Simpson. How do you feel about that?
That's right, yeah.
Are you serious?
I'll never forget.
Yes.
He used to take us in our barn, and, he was a butcher from head to toe, and he wore no wrestling boots.
That's right.
I'll never forget, he would do the old Lou Thez stomp, and I was 15 years old and getting two big, greasy Chuck Simpson big toes in my eyes. That was paying my dues.
How you feel about that, Pat Porter?
I still remember last year in June, not this year, but the year before, you and I were out at live broadcast, and Chuck Simpson had a pig roast going there in the back. So you took me back and said, come on, let's go say hi to Chuck Simpson. So okay, fine, I know Chuck. And I'm walking back there. All of a sudden, a guy reaches around my neck and puts me in a headlock.
Yeah.
And it's Chuck Simpson. And then you took a picture.
Yeah, I had to.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, there's me gagging with my tongue sticking about 3 inches out of my mouth, and Chuck's frying bacon on the big spit there. He's got a 300-pound pig on there.
And that's the great deeds that we do over at 1-800-NEED-A-GIMMICK. Some of the funds that we make, we give to some of these legends, so honest people like Jay Moore can get the revenge he deserves.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
We hired Chuck Simpson that day, and it was just a beautiful day for all.
Just another Sunday or whatever it's called.
I still got a ring around my head where Chuck grabbed me.
Oh, would you stop talking about yourself?
I'm talking about the ring around my head.
Ring around your head. Nobody cares.
But yeah, that's right. We're just coming off a big tour, the Hipstar Tour of 2024. Huge year I had. A lot. Everybody came out different parts of Ontario and watched me lose to the same girl all over Ontario.
Yeah.
So
in 2024.
Girl.
I was this close, though. I was this close.
Yeah.
You were wrestling a girl.
I didn't sign up for it, but we were at the CNE this year, and Jimmy's Mouth of the South Heart was there, and he made the call. I didn't sign up for this.
Oh.
Some girl comes out, and it was unfair. I was trying to be polite. I believe in it all, and you know what? She cheated, and she won.
Oh wow,
she cheated!
Wow. Unbelievable! What a joke! What a joke!
I don't trust that Jimmy Mouth the South guy, but
No.
Great guy. He's a big fan of hipstar.ca.
Yes, hipstar.ca, heartstar.ca. Maybe he should change his website to that to get some more hits. I don't know. But
I just paid the $15 for the website, Jay. When now you want to change it?
No, I don't want to change it. I'm waiting for it to get up and running next week, and 1-800-NEED-A-GIMMICK to get all up and running. And Hipstar Zach Atticus, I thank you for your contributions to the entertainment industry as far as what you've done for the wrestling business, as well as the radio industry and your career in film as well.
Well, thank you for thanking me.
Yes.
And anybody who's interested, I'm live every Friday, hipstar.ca. But you know what, Pat? All fun and games. I really love what you're doing here, man. You guys, you're putting on a great show.
Thank you.
There you go, Pat.
7 years of this so far. Yeah, Zach. 7 years we've been doing this together.
You play the best commercials on radio. There you go, Pat.
But I put up with, now I got a whole hour with you. I used to put up with 90 seconds. Now it's a whole hour. I got to sit here and listen to your blah, 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 blah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm not shooting the messenger. The messenger, a Tea Party song. I'm not shooting the messenger, but somebody told me to tell you, Pat, that a stick of deodorant wouldn't hurt.
Well, thank you. I'll work on that.
There you go, Pat Porter. Maybe you get something for Christmas.
Yeah. Might help.
So it's time to play some music, Pat Porter, because all of these great puns that the great Hipstar Zach Atticus has made tonight, much better than that idiot Jeremy Hotz has ever done for us. Great phone call, great guest, and as I said, thank you for everything, Hipstar.
Hipstar.ca. Thank you, folks.
Hipstar.ca, baby. Play a little tea party there, Pat.
A little tea party here.
Yeah.
How about we play the river by the tea party?
All right, do something, please.
Yeah,
Thank
okay.
you.
All right, Jay. Here we go. Music. All right, there you go. That is the River, the Tea Party. Infamous Jay Moore. Boy, you
Yeah.
made a botch of today's show, didn't you?
Well, and I'm also hearing from your staff, just that little kid Woody that you got working for you,
Woody.
has come in here and saying I can't play any more Tea Party or I Mother Earth music because I'm almost out of the hour. And why not? Why can't I play more?
Because your hour's done. You know, you got other things to
So
do
you're
here.
going to allow me 3 songs. You're going to allow me an interview with Ken Patera with no microphone working.
Hey, it worked fine.
And yeah, it worked fine.
What other complaints
What's
have you
with
got
the
today?
staff that you have working for you? Since when do you have a staff here at 468Q?
I have an entourage.
This is a joke.
Yeah, I have an entourage.
So because I'm busy through the week and I come do the weekend shift with you, I don't know what's going on until I get here, and I'm sabotaged with all of your staff sabotaging this very show, the Shay Moore Show. Because you're jealous. You're jealous that it was
I
successful.
doubt that.
You're jealous that the show took off, and you're sitting there putting your Rolex on like you're some sort of big legend in the radio business, and you heard firsthand from the caller that, hey, you're only successful because of me, Pat Porter. How about that?
Yeah, right.
How
yeah.
about that?
Yeah, that's good. I don't know
Yeah.
what I would have done for all these years if I didn't have you helping me out.
Right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have eaten. I wouldn't have made any money. I would
Thank
have had to
you.
go get a real job.
Absolutely, Pat Porter.
Why
Thank
don't
you.
we tell everybody where we're going in just a few minutes from now?
Yeah, we're leaving the studio and we're headed right up the road to the Regency Pat Porter Athletic Resort. You know where it is on Mountain Road, right off the QEW, and it's Blues Afternoon, Pat Porter.
Yeah, Steve Grisbrook is up there. We're going to
Yeah.
catch a set of Steve Grisbrook at
Yeah.
the Regency, and the big star that is playing today, he's got somebody different every Saturday.
Yes, and I understand a local favorite making a name for himself here in the area is playing every Wednesday down there, Pat Porter, and you know who I'm talking
Evan
about.
Rotella.
That's exactly it.
Yeah, he's down there.
Yeah.
Takes requests and everything.
Yeah, he just put an album out so you could talk to Evan about his new album, and I'm sure he'll probably even have them for sale right at the Regency every Wednesday night. I'm just
I'm sure.
assuming, yes.
Thomas Nelson Band with blues every Thursday.
Yeah.
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 And then Saturday, more blues with Steve Grisbrook, and there's stuff through the week. There are all kinds of things going
The
on.
Blues are back at the Regency, and that's what people love about the Regency. They love stopping in and hearing some blues, Pat
Well, that's what we're
Porter.
going to do. So
Yeah.
we're all set to go.
We are all set to go. I'm
just-
ready to go. I obviously...
Have to get you to take a breath so I can end the show and go back to the original Rick Rose playlist here.
Yeah, no more Tea Party, no more I Mother Earth. Check out Tea Party tickets and go to one of those shows. And appreciation to I Mother Earth and Tea Party. And we will see you here next, Saturday, 3 o'clock?
I'm here Friday
Oh, yeah.
by myself. Well, you always call in.
I might take next week off. I don't
You
know.
think?
Yeah. Check out Pat's show Friday. Don't worry about my show whatsoever.
I
And,
know. I don't worry about it.
Yeah, of course not. 1-800-NEED-A-GIMMICK, hipstar.ca. Thanks for calling in. And Pat Porter, play some music. Get me out of here.
Here's some music. Okay, we're going to go back to the original Rick Rose
And
playlist.
we'll see you this afternoon at the Regency.